Charlie Brown, BoJack Horseman, Rick Sanchez. What do they all have in common? They're all beloved cartoon icons, and they're all secretly depressed. The evidence is hiding in plain sight. We're counting down the top 10 animated figures battling a deep and hidden sadness. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Number 1. Squidward Tentacles from SpongeBob SquarePants. Let's start with Squidward Tentacles, the poster child for being unhappy in a cartoon. It's easy to just call him a grumpy neighbor who hates fun, but if you do that, you miss the real story. Squidward's life is full of broken dreams, and that's a very sad thing. He has a deep passion for art. He wants to be a world-famous artist and celebrated clarinet player. But in Bikini Bottom, nobody understands his art. They laugh at his clarinet playing, calling it terrible noise. He is forced to work a boring, repetitive job as a cashier at the Krusty Krab. He stands in the same spot for hours, listening to the sizzle of the grill and the dumb questions from customers. This job reminds him every single day that he failed to achieve his dreams. Think about how lonely he must feel. He lives in a giant Easter Island head, a place that should be his sanctuary, but he feels more alone there than anywhere else. Look at how he acts. His shoulders are always slumped down, his eyes are tired and half closed, and he speaks in a slow, bored voice that shows he's given up. Number 2. Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Long before cartoons for adults became popular, there was Eeyore. This gloomy old gray donkey from the 100-Acre Wood is one of the first and most famous examples of depression in stories for children. Eeyore has a classic case of what doctors call anhedonia, which is a big word that means he can't feel pleasure or joy. Nothing seems to make him happy. While Pooh gets excited about honey and Tigger loves to bounce, Eeyore just watches, unable to feel the same excitement. When his friends try to celebrate his birthday, he doesn't seem to care. When they build him a new house after his old one falls apart again, he just says, "Thanks for noticing me." There's a big empty feeling inside him that no amount of friendship or birthday cake can fill. Number 3. Sadness from Inside Out. This one seems easy because her name is Sadness, but her character is much more important than you might think. In the movie Inside Out, Sadness is treated like a problem at the beginning. Joy, the leader of the emotions in Riley's head, draws a chalk circle on the floor and tells Sadness to stay out of it. She's afraid Sadness will touch the happy memories and ruin them. This is a powerful picture of how our world often treats sadness. People act like it's a bad feeling that we should hide or get rid of. But the whole point of the movie is that sadness is not bad. She is super important. We see this in a key moment when Riley's old imaginary friend, Bing Bong, loses his rocket ship and starts to cry. Joy tries to tickle him and distract him with silly faces, but it only makes him feel worse. Then Sadness comes over. She sits with him, listens to him, and says, "That's sad. They took your rocket. You'll never get it back." By letting him feel his grief, she helps him heal. Number 4. Daria Morgendorffer from Daria. In the noisy halls of Lawndale High, Daria Morgendorffer was a quiet voice of smarts and sarcasm. To many teens in the 90s, she was a hero. But her famous "I don't care" attitude and clever jokes are also classic signs of a teenager dealing with depression. Daria is not just a mean girl, she is deeply disappointed by the silly, fake world around her. From her popular sister Quinn to her clueless teachers, she sees foolishness everywhere and it wears her down. Her lack of excitement isn't a choice. It feels like she is unable to connect with a world that she thinks is broken. Number 5. Charlie Brown from Peanuts. Good grief. No one in cartoon history has failed more or worried as much as Charlie Brown. We know him as the kid who never gives up, but his problems go deeper than just bad luck. He is filled with a constant worry and a powerful feeling that he is not good enough. Lucy always pulls the football away. The kite-eating tree always eats his kite. He gets a rock for Halloween. He's the pitcher for a baseball team that never ever wins a game. These failures happen over and over again, making him believe that he is a total failure. He is one of the first cartoon kids to talk openly about his feelings. He often goes to Lucy's psychiatric booth for help. For 5 cents, he tells her about his worries, asks about the meaning of life, and talks about how unhappy he is. In the famous movie A Charlie Brown Christmas, he feels depressed even though it's supposed to be the happiest time of the year. He says, "I know I should be happy, but I'm not." Number 6. Marvin the Martian, from Looney Tunes. Marvin the Martian seems like a funny, silly villain at first. His big plan is to blow up the Earth. Why? Because it obstructs his view of Venus. It's a ridiculous reason, but if you think about his story, a deep, lonely sadness comes out. Marvin has been trying to do this one thing for more than 2,000 years, and every single time, someone like Bugs Bunny stops him at the last minute. Can you imagine how lonely and frustrating that must be? Imagine working on one project for your entire life and always failing. He is an incredibly lonely person floating in the quiet, dark emptiness of space. His only companions are his dog, Canine, and his instant Martians, which are just little seeds that grow into weak little soldiers. Number 7. BoJack Horseman, from BoJack Horseman. With the show BoJack Horseman, the depression is not a secret at all. It's the main story. BoJack is a horse who was the star of a popular sitcom in the 90s, Horsing Around. Now he's washed up. His life is a mess of bad choices, self-hatred, and actions that hurt himself and everyone around him. The show gives us one of the most real and sad looks at what it's like to be deeply unhappy. It shows the ugly side of depression. It doesn't just hurt you, it hurts everyone who tries to love you. BoJack's sadness comes from a painful childhood. He grew up in a house where his parents were mean to him, so he never learned how to be happy or how to be kind to himself. He desperately wants people to love him, but he pushes them away because he doesn't know how to have a healthy relationship. Number 8. Steven Universe, from Steven Universe. Steven Universe started as a happy and hopeful show about a young boy with magic powers. He was learning how to be a hero and save the world, but as the show went on, it became a deep story about trauma. Trauma is a deep emotional wound that comes from very bad or scary experiences. In the series Steven Universe Future, Steven's hidden sadness finally comes out. After years of fighting in galactic wars, dealing with his mom's dark secrets, and being the emotional rock for everyone else, Steven is not okay. He was a kid who had to deal with grown-up problems, and it left a scar. He starts to show clear signs of what doctors call post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. He has panic attacks, scary memories pop into his head, and he can't control his powers anymore. His powers are tied to his feelings, so when he feels bad, his body changes. At his lowest point, his pain and fear become so big that they turn him into a giant scary monster. He feels like a monster, so he becomes one. Number 9. The Ice King, from Adventure Time. For most of Adventure Time, the Ice King is just a silly bad guy. His main goal is to kidnap princesses and get them to marry him. But when we learn his secret backstory, he changes from a simple villain into one of the saddest characters in cartoon history. We learn that the Ice King used to be a good and smart man named Simon Petrikov. He was a kind scientist who loved history and his fiancée Betty with all his heart. But he found a magic crown. The crown gave him ice powers, but it also slowly ate away at his memories and made him go crazy. What happened to him is a sad story that reminds us of real-life sicknesses where people forget who they are. The crown took everything from Simon. He used to call his beloved Betty his princess. Now his broken mind makes him fly around kidnapping princesses because he's trying to find the love he lost, but he can't remember why. Number 10. Rick Sanchez, from Rick and Morty. Rick Sanchez is the smartest man in all the universes, and because of that, he is also the saddest. His incredible brain has allowed him to see the truth about everything. That in a huge, endless universe, nothing really matters. This idea has made him deeply depressed. He lost the original love of his life, and now he believes that caring about anything or anyone is pointless. He has seen so many planets and so many different lives that he feels like none of them are special. If everything can be replaced, does anything truly matter? That's the scary question that lives in his head. He uses crazy adventures and constant jokes to hide the terrible pain he feels all the time. His famous catchphrase, "Wubba lubba dub dub," isn't just silly nonsense. We learn that in his friend Bird Person's language it means, "I am in great pain, please help me." It's a secret cry for help hidden in a joke. Do we watch their pain simply to feel better about our own lives? Debate it in the comments. Like and subscribe for more uncomfortable truth.